welcome to T-Sport Bernau. Today is Friday, so at the start of every weekend the FIA bring all the marshals here and the doctors to practice to take one driver out of the cabin. This weekend it's our try, so Antonio sat in, everything's okay with him, but they tried to lift him out safely and quickly.
Ja.
Vast, oké. Waar lig je dan? Ja.
Morning. So Saturday morning in Zolder, as you can see the weather is perfect for truck racing. It's a little bit warm in the afternoon, it's got like highs of 32 degrees, but we're going straight for qualifying. Gonna jump on here, we're going to go straight for qualifying, and then hopefully we have a good run. So qualifying, we have to wait now for Sasha. So the first run is always championship order. This is so that it's fair for the sort of fast team, not that there are slow trucks in front causing traffic. So we've just been put to the side. That's why Jochen and Norby went through, so it's first, second in the championship. We're just waiting on Sasha to come. Once Sasha's passed, we will then join the queue. Once the green light goes, then we can go straight out for qualifying. Okay. A little bit of panic there because obviously Sasha is not here in time. But there is, now the green flag is on, so now it doesn't matter who goes out in which order, you have to, or you need to go. So we are safe for So we are safe for Super Bowl normally. We are in position 2, so we come in to save the tyres and also the water, so we're on a light water load. Professionals are here again, doing their job properly. So we run a little bit less water because we don't need to do so many laps hopefully, so we try to save the weight. Therefore we don't need to just keep driving. These tyres only have like optimal performance of about 2 to 3 laps, and then it sort of, so you have the crest and then it goes down, then it sort of plateaus out and slowly drops away. So they are a really good tyre for truck racing, for financial, so they last long enough for what we need. But we do try to save them. Obviously there's no point burning them out and then go out into Super Bowl and then you have a worse time. So yeah, this is why we pit in, and this is why most of the other teams who are in a good position also pit in. So normally there's about 8 trucks that pit in if it's not too close. There are this weekend, I think from P6, I can go and have a look, but I think P6 onwards is quite close, so there's a lot more trucks out on track than normal. But yeah, Antonio, legend like always, he's done a really good job. So yeah, we see next what happens in Super Bowl. So Super Bowl is over, not the best. We are P6, we had a mistake on the first lap. We had sector 1 was I think P2, sector 2 we were P3, and then we just had a mistake in the last sector, which made us not even, or we were like P10 for the first half of Superpole. Then the tyres were warm, so what I was talking about before, we got to manage the tyres for the Superpole. And then we did 2 laps identical time, but P6. Good things we know is the truck is fast, this is for sure. We just need to keep pushing. Hopefully the race will be better. So race number 1 of the weekend, still hot like hell. We're in P6, obviously not the best qualifying, but we have our hopes up, ready for the good race now. It's going to be a 12 lap round Zolder. I only know it's 12 laps because it says on the board over there, otherwise I always forget. Last checks before we go is just to make sure that there's no oil leaks or there's nothing sort of going to break through the race. It's probably the most nerve-wracking part now. Okay, we're in the thick of it for the qualifying, so P6, so there's trucks all around us. Hopefully Antonio has the experience to have a good race. But the truck in front, Rodriguez, 38, he did a really good job just being given the 5-minute board. He's absolutely flying this weekend. Okay, we had a mistake in qualifying, but even if we were P2, P3, Rodriguez did a really good job. The lever actually snapped off and it was in the half gear, so we managed to continue, but sometimes it was in the half gear, so it was just hard to switch between. But there's no damage as well, so we can just do a very quick service, tyre change about. It's all about tyre management and heat management at this weekend, because it's really hard on the steering, it's really hard on the brakes, and also when you're in traffic the core temperatures of everything just builds. So we're just going to go back, park Ferme, after park Ferme, swap some tyres about. Race number 2 coming right up. So race number 2 of the weekend, we start in position 4 because we finished position 5 in the first race. On pole we have Clements Hecker in his own Scania, so I think they did all the engine work themselves and everything. Tony Eden, FIA, high up. So Clements is going to set the pace for the first restart. Then this will be a very difficult race. I know both of the guys at the front really want to win this race, or at least get on the podium. Obviously we're trying our best, and then we got Andre Cousin, who was actually fighting in the championship against Steffi Harm. So I think the second half of the season, this is where the pressure really ramps up to the next level. But yeah, we just need to keep it clean, keep it safe, and then hopefully we can push on a little bit more this race and try and get some points back against the other guys that we lost in the first race. Been a red flag in this race because there's, I think, 3 trucks off. Stefan Fass's truck is hit quite hard in the wall, but we will see. Sorry, there's a lot of radio chat going on. We will see if we finish P1 or P2. It all depends on who was in front of who when we cross the finish line, because it always goes back a lap. But crazy race. Norby went from the back to the front, even before the red flag. Norby is here.
Well, yeah, because it's jacked in the air.
Ah, you are vlogging?
Yeah, I try my best. So we got the 10-second penalty for the start position and also for an incident on the chicane. It's still good for the team championship because we're in a team together.
Yeah, it's the same, yeah.
So
Az Antonio már elment haza. De a Timmel elcseréljük. Tim a csapatfőnöknek ebben a másik csapatban, a Sport Bernauban.
congratulations. You drove like crazy.
I try my best.
And to do the lap times you did in the second race was unbelievable.
Like I said, Antonio fought like a lion, and then they take away it. Okay.
It's like, so Norby actually broke the turbo in the first race, so we actually started from the very back in the second race. And if you watch race 1, I think it was, what lap was it, Norby? Lap 3 when you blew the turbo. Yeah, so lap 3 you reduce the speed, and then on the start finish line you see all the plume of white smoke. This was the turbo destroying itself.
Yeah, in the beginning I wasn't sure if it's a turbocharger or I was thinking it may be an electrical problem because I didn't see any smoke.
Yeah, sure.
It was just, you know, there was no power and no boost. I'm like, maybe a pipe come up from the intercooler, which happened before. And what's going on? And then everybody overtook me, and then I'm coming to the pit entrance to go in, and then the car starts to go again.
Yeah?
Yeah, like almost normal.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, then I stay out and keep going. Maybe I overtake some people for some points.
And
then I do the chicane and go to the start finish state, and I'm okay. And the smoke, when I see the smoke, then I stop.
Yeah,
you
sure.
know, I always drive until it catches fire, and then a little bit with the fire.
Try and put it out.
Yeah, maybe the wind blows.
Yeah, never stop with a fire.
I think if the fire don't stop, then I stop a little bit later.
Cool. Okay, have a nice evening. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
No real big damage. The back bumper was completely destroyed. I think it's I've already put it at the back, but it was bent all under the chassis, and there's not one straight piece left on it. But carry all the spare parts in the trailer, so I think 10 minutes work. It's mounted, just got to put the advertising board on the back, and we're good to go for tomorrow. Sunday morning, it's still absolutely red hot. Trucks have just gone out for qualifying. I'm a little bit behind everyone, so because I forgot the GoPro. So I've run back quickly to grab the GoPro. The trucks are already on the circuit. They're just going through the last chicane ready for the fast lap. So same again, we'll try to only do, out of breath, try and do one fast lap, save the tyres, and then we'll really push on for the Super Pole. So it's obviously the Super Pole's more important. You've just got to be able to get into Super Pole and then crack on. So Casino's ready to accept Antonio into the pit lane. In the regulations you have to have a lollipop man with the stop go. This is for safety, for everyone's safety, not that there's an incident in the pit lane. And it's the same rules as Formula 1. So if we do an unsafe release, then we get a penalty or a financial penalty as well. But with truck racing it's not too bad because we have the wide angle rear view camera, so Antonio is also looking in the camera before he pulls out. Plus we have all radio messages going, so we actually give him the pit lane clear. And there's all there. Open the doors. Some fresh air in, and then we'll wait here until we start Super Bowl. So start of Super Bowl, we have a small delay because one truck is stuck on the circuit somewhere. I think it was John Newell because he was on a really good lap. Sector 1 was green, Sector 2 was green for him, so better than the previous laps. And then Sector 3 there was no time, and I was sort of waiting for him to cross the finish line, never did. So we stuck somewhere, and then the only information we have is that one truck is still on the circuit. Once they recover him, then we will get the green light, and then we can go to Super Bowl. Super Bowl is over. It was so close in this one, so we are less than 0.05 behind Sasha, and Jochen went a little bit faster in the last lap, so we are 0.3 of a second behind Jochen, and then Norbert is 0.8 of a second further up the road. But yeah, P4, can't complain. We see what happens in this next race. Should be good. And where you come?
Where I come from?
No, where?
10.
P10 is good, huh?
Yeah, it's good.
So the marks there are from Jose Rodriguez, trying to find every last centimetre of space for the qualifying. He did actually touch the wall, or you can see it here with the marks again. That's the wheel nuts sort of scrubbing around on the actual concrete. And he's just going for the best lap possible. He clipped the wall, put the steering out a little bit. Obviously well, not obviously, but the team came and asked me or us how to check it quickly. So there is no big damage, just the wheel nuts had a bit of a scratch. But they are good to go for the race. I think also the positions changed around after the actual qualifying session. So I think Jochen's fast lap did get disqualified for hitting a corner marker. So it was Norby, Sasha, Jochen, then us. And from us to P2 was only 0.08 of a second, so it was really, really close. We had a little bit left in the truck, but you can't, it's impossible to do it absolutely perfect every time. So hopefully this race will be a good race, good to watch as well. The weather is still really, really hot, and the trucks are just coming to the grid now. Check 1, 2, 3. So race number 3 coming up. We go for the start lights with all the other guys. You make the start for Sasha?
Yeah.
So we all go to the
you if you want.
Thank you, Kevin. So we all stay in the similar position because it's not our first time here, so we always know where the best spots are for the lights. Obviously with the trucks being so high, it's hard to see the lights, some circuits and some positions, so like this it's a double safety for the start. So race number 3 of the weekend is over. It ended because of a massive fireball from Louis Requenco's truck. They continued it for a little bit, and then the fire marshals arrived on the scene, and then started to red flag it. We did finish P4. Well, we had a really good race pace. We had to calm our pressure or our speed down a little bit because we had 2 track warnings, or track limit warnings. So therefore we went a little bit slower. And Mika, where did you finish?
What?
Where did you finish?
At 7.
That's good, huh?
Yeah, so many good.
So that's the end of the race. Truck's coming back now. Race pace is good, quality pace is good. It was like I said, 0.08 of a second between 4th and 2nd place in quali. So yeah, maybe if we had that a little bit more, we would have got podium. But yeah, that's life. We're really starting to get the truck on song now, so we'll just keep pushing, and race 4 coming up. So race number 4 of the weekend, the last race weekend. Jose Rodriguez, absolutely amazing this weekend. The fastest weekend, huh? Keep it up. So the team do a good job. Then this race is going to be really hard, I think. So we have Stefan Fass on the front row. We're next to Jochen, and then we've got Sasha and Norby behind us. So hopefully we can keep it clean. And I think this race is anybody. So I think if Jose can get out in front, then he will win it for sure, because he is a really good pace this weekend. So, and then the guys from Louis Requenco is just doing a TV interview, and Justo is doing the translation because he only speaks Spanish. And if you saw race 3, he blew the engine up, so I think there was total damage in the engine, and then all the oil caught fire. So Antonio was just saying that he has quite a lot of bad luck at the minute. It's because he had a small touch with Jamie, and then it gives Jochen the advantage to overtake both of them. So yeah, it's without the bad luck you can't have the good luck. So we'll keep pushing, and yeah, we're going for P2 in the championship. So we're going to see. Yeah, Le Mans is a different weekend, so we'll see what happens, and we'll keep pushing. But these guys, Schwab and Truck, they did a steering gearbox. Hey Andy.
Hey,
Very nice. You look really
you.
And were you finished?
It's normally P8,
Yeah.
and we have a 10-second penalty, and P7 is very nice. Steffi, come out of the box, guys. I'm happy.
Good job, guys. So they had a steering box failure. He's just saying that Jamie got Andre Cousin got a 10-second penalty, so they got P7. So from starting in the pit lane to P7, mega job from Steffi. So yeah, there are happy people, there are upset people, there are sad people, but yeah, we see.